Yo, what's going on? Philly Carnage here, back with another 5-year. Um, as you guys can see, this time we're going to be taking on the Los Angeles Chargers. You know, overall, team's pretty solid. Real life, they really haven't, you know, lived up to expectations. 82 overall, 81 offense, 84 defense. Not terrible. In my opinion, the offense should be a little higher, but understanding that they do have a rookie quarterback starting, Justin Herbert, who, really other than that, you know, break sack out of his core attributes there, you know, very solid. 93 throw power, 83 deep, 82 medium, 87 short. You know, it, he's very, very well rounded. Other than Joe Burrow, probably the best quarterback out of the draft. I would definitely consider him higher than Tua. Uh, Tua really just he had the guys around him to really excel his game. We are starting with injuries on, so the major injuries here that have happened real life, they're starting out here year one. So with that being said, wrong tab. Virgil Green, he's done. Mike Pouncey, he's done for the year. Austin Eckler, he's out for the year. Even though I think real life he should be getting close to coming back. Derwin James, he's out, and Drew Tranquil, he's out as well. So we're without some of our key components here, but overall solid team. You got Justin Jackson, 73. He's normal. I know on 20, he was one of those backup stars. Uh, Kellen Balaj that they got, and Josh Kelly. I couldn't remember what his first name was. Solid, running back by committee. Now I'd say got Keenan Allen, very underrated receiver, 92 overall here in the game. 6'2", still on the he's getting closer to the bad side of 20, but still, I mean, 89 speed, 91 acceleration, that 94 catching and in traffic, absolutely fantastic. 93 almost across the board there in all his routes and including spec catch. That 95 release is absolutely huge. Mike Williams, who really has not been able to stay healthy uh, for the Chargers here since coming out of Clemson. But I mean, I was a fan of him whenever he was drafted. Would have loved to seen him, with Philly, but you know, it would have been more understandable with Philly, just being the constant injuries because their training staff sucks. Uh, but yeah, I mean, they got Jalen Guyton, who's, if I remember correctly, he's got some solid speed. At 93 speed, uh, yeah, between those three, you got some solid receivers, especially big receivers there. Mike Williams, offensive line, definitely pretty solid, but gotta kind of take a look. He's Dan Feeney, he's 26. What Quisenberry, 25. But we got the scheme fit there with Feeney. Forrest Lamp, solid left guard. Hunter Henry, another guy that has been injury prone throughout his entire NFL career so far. Defensively, you got Joey Boza and Mark Ingram, Melvin Ingram, sorry. They're on your ends. Joseph Hillary, as your D tackles. Chris Harris there as corner number 1 with Casey Hayward. And since they went and traded Desmond King to Tennessee, uh, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to get Adderley up here as the starting strong safety. Just, age and, eventually he'll be able to take over for uh, Adai, however you say his last name. But yeah, Nick Virgil, Kenneth Murray, Zell Perriman, Malik Jefferson, Hazier White, who's absolutely a speedster, their outside linebacker. So I mean, defensively, not terrible. Really like Nwosu, very underrated. He'll be able to slide up here and take over Melvin Ingram's spot once Melvin Ingram retires. But we're gonna go and try to get it in, get the team hopefully to the promised land. I mean, kicking it off here, we got the Bengals. Just gonna let it sim, see what happens for us. And boom, 42-21. Get that first win. We got a breakout scenario. Justin Jackson, he has that chance to go back up to that star. Needs 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. Either one will do. As, we got week 2 here versus the Chiefs. Got some upgrades to go do. I'll do that here behind the scenes. Still just working on getting guys scheme fit. And like we got the possible dev trait here for Justin Jackson. We'll let the sim try to handle it.
Every week.
See what we got coming from him. We lost 28 to 12, which is actually pretty sad, considering that the Chiefs' defense is not their strong suit. That we only scored 12 points. Justin Jackson unable to get his dev trait, but Nasir Adderley has a chance, to go up to star already here versus the Panthers. Coordinator wants to talk about Christian McCaffrey. Of course, as always, disregard him. You can't really worry about, somebody on the opposing defense when the ultimate goal is just to get that W. So here we are, the 1-1 Chargers taking on the 0-2 Panthers. Should be an easy win. We lose 35-20. So, Adderley gets his dev trait. He's now a star. Gets that extra 20,000 experience points. No idea what's going on here with the defense early on. But 35 points. The Chiefs game was expected, but this one not so much. It looked like it was a pretty even game. Herbert threw 2 picks. More of running back by committee, which was, expected. Herbert had 6. Receiving wise, not where I'd like to see Mike Williams. Only 3 for 29. Not a fan of that. Like to see him up there getting the ball a little more. Maybe they just had more shutdown on him. Yeah, man, we got the 2-1 Buccaneers coming next. The youngest quarterback against the oldest. Let's do it. So, I mean, nice thing with that extra 20,000 experience points for Nasir Adderley going up to that star dev. We had 4 upgrade points. So, In the matter of 3 games, he's already up there to a 77 overall, starting there at a 73. So, putting him there at our starting strong safety has paid off tremendously as 83 overall already. You know, Adderley, he's going to be that guy to take over for Adai. So, like I said, it's panned out so far. Taking on the Bucks, as stated earlier. There we go. We get the win, 38-14. I want to talk about Cam Jordan. As long as our offensive line holds up, I'm not worried about him. But I mean, it seems like the offensive line has been holding up pretty fairly so far. I mean, that brutal loss to the Panthers, we gave up 2 sacks, but that goes par with the course with the 2 interceptions that Herbert threw. 2-2 Chargers versus the 3-1 Saints. Now the 3-2 as we get the win, 31-21. This Charger team's looking pretty nice. We may have to hop in here for the bye week. We did have a weekly award. Justin Herbert coming out there, 31 of 42, 308 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, sacked twice, carried 3 for 3. Not a bad day. Anytime you get that, 4 touchdown game, I'll take it. As I said, wanted to kind of go ahead, get some gameplay here with the Chargers. Really curious to see how Herbert plays as we get the first look here of SoFi Stadium. Herbert looks excited. He's just kind of there chilling, tossing the ball back and forth. We got the Jets. Let's get it.
Drive will begin at the Chargers here, 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Here's the first carry for Northwestern's Justin Jackson. He takes this one down.
All right. Justin Jackson takes it up the whole 20 yards. First play of the game.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down
I mean,
right.
I like how the offensive line holds up. There wasn't really much, but it was enough. Mike Williams there on the little slant crosser, whatever you want to call it, picks up 14. We're now here in the red zone as offensive line didn't hold up as much as that first run, but
Defensive tackle, because we asked them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make
tackles.
But when he can make the play himself,
Guyton,
as we just saw there,
whatever.
That's a big day.
Able to get the edge, take it in for the touchdown.
16-yard get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down. They run with Jackson out of the gun, and he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
All right, at the 6-yard line, so far defense has been doing their thing. Able to stop the Jets, both times, 3 and out. Got a chance to go up to score. Hunter Henry is in there for the touchdown.
That's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando. The coach, he'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
Herbert finds Guyton on this little bit of slant sheet. 53 yards, I think it is. And it is for his 3rd passing touchdown of the day.
That's a rookie quarterback. Good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
All right. Another touchdown if
So
it
let's see what this
stands.
is about.
Of course not. We got holding on the offensive line. Way to go, Feeney.
So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the trick
Feeney.
play. Big strike there to get the touchdown.
We're back to
Now
where
they've
we
got to
started.
take it back and see if they've got
Try
another one
to
still in their arsenal.
change this up, son. Move Keenan Allen in. Send him on a streak. Hopefully, by doing that, it'll go and
To
set
the
us
air
up.
again, Herbert.
There's Hunter Henry.
And that
Through
one
his hands.
incomplete.
Herbert's pass.
Clock here now just under 30
Third and
seconds to
19.
go in this first half.
It's now
An
third
incomplete
Might
pass
have
on that
Mike
last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here
or
on
Keenan
third
Allen.
down.
Ooh. Keep trying to mess with him. Keep trying to throw that deep ball. Have a little fun with it.
Operating from the gun. Herbert, he's airing it out for Williams.
Mike gets it batted away. We'll take
A shotgun snap for Herbert. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Herbert, they got the win last week despite not having.
And as you see, we're just kind of simming up the rest of this game. 34-9 was the final.
In the win column for the LA Chargers, and I think the game
yeah.
need to be distributed on the defensive side.
Absolutely
of the football,
destroyed.
that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points,
Which, I mean, you know what?
that's a job well
I'll
done.
take it.
Really
Improve
well
our
done. So I
record in
would
the win
say
column.
game
Sam
ball for
Darnold
every
got sacked
starter and every key
all
player
day
who
long.
participated in this game.
Boxed up while we
only
play.
like one game ball.
You just like
You're
one
handing
game
out.
ball?
You're handing out multiple. Although I set you up by saying
Not
game
even
balls
50
plural,
rushing
but
yards
I-
on the
I
ground
like
for
where
the
we're going with this. You say one, I
able to break
represent
that 100
the
mark
best player of
passing,
all.
but
And I say multiple
it's
so that
still
you
a
keep
win for
everyone
us.
motivated and
All right, surprisingly, after that big day against the Jets there, week 6, we didn't have a player of the week, which honestly surprises me. Kind of taking a look at it, Herbert, another 4 touchdown day. Rushing, not much. Receiving wise, Guyton had 2, Keenan Allen had 1, Hunter Henry had the 1, and then defensively, Kenneth Murray led the way, 5 tackles, no TFLs, had a couple sacks. Melvin Ingram with 2, and the Sim, a D got an interception. So, came out there, put in the work, got the win as we take on the 1-5 Dolphins now. Should be a win. 21-14. Take it. And Adderley, man. That bump to the starting position has been huge for him. 10 tackles, 1 interception, getting AFC Defensive Player of the Week. But we got some frustrated players. Mike Williams is unhappy, not getting his ball as much. It's kind of hard to please all receivers. But, hey, we can get him the ball here versus the Jags. One of the running backs is Justin Jackson. No promises again. Sure, I could have went and just made it a promise. The sim seems to let the running backs eat for the most part. Hopefully, the sim will go and make those two happy as we have another breakout player for Nasir Adderley having the chance to go from second string to starter to a star dev, and now the opportunity to go up to a superstar. Hell yeah. I'm liking the way that this is going so far. We had 2 new injuries there. Great. Keenan Allen done for 4 weeks. And yay. All right, Tyrod. It's your job to you get that chance to come back, prove yourself. As Justin Herbert dislocates his ankle, out for 6 weeks. At least he'll be able to, come back if we make a playoff run. But we got the 2-4 Jaguars with the chance for Adderley to go up to superstar doesn't look like it happened as we suffered 24-9. Mike Williams is not happy. Tyrod was unable to get him the ball. Great. Pissed off 2 more players. Suffered the loss. Why not? Third time's a charm. Didn't get a superstar. But hey, look at that. 9 tackles, 1 interception. The back-to-back weeks for Adderley getting Defensive Player of the Week as we got the 2-5 Raiders here in Week 9 before the Week 10 bye. And we suffer another loss, 29-6. Got the bye week. Chris Harris, let's see if we want extra preparation, rest, relaxation. We need this extra prep. Justin Herbert going down has been huge hit to this team. I don't know. Tyrod just not have it? Is he still scared to actually deal with the medical staff? Since last time they pierced his lung. But what's going on here? We had 2 more injuries to add to the books. Kenneth Murray. Drew and all right tackle. So that's not too bad. But Kenneth Murray out for 5. So injuries have just been depleting this team so far. We got some contracts to take a look at. Melvin Ingram. He wants a 2-year worth a lot of money. We're gonna let him walk. Hunter Henry and solid for us. See if we can keep him here for the remainder of the rebuild, which we do. Mike Pouncey, if we can get him to stay, great. But he wants more money, and he's been out all year. I'm sure y'all know where that's going. We're going to re-sign our kicker. Lock him up if we can. Real cheap deal. There we go. Don't have to worry about re-signing him. Forrest Lamp has been solid for us. Linemen are extremely hard to come by in the drafts, even the Madden generated. So, kind of looking at the rest of it, a lot of these guys are depth. Hope doesn't even see the field. And probably just come back, get our punter, just to be safe. Yeah, so I mean, we got a couple guys that will re-sign. Godin has been pretty solid in the slot for us. Having to really step up here big just due to the injury there to Keenan Allen. Kind of see what Balaj does here. In this, running back by committee for us before we go and throw a bid out on him. So, yeah. That's how we'll finish week 10 here.
A big decision here to make about one of your players.
Week 11 should be a winnable game here against the 2-7 Denver Broncos. We've all seen how it's went since the injuries have happened.
There is a high chance of re-injury.
Keenan Allen, doctors are clearing him, but we can't take a chance to injure him even more. So we'll let him sit one more week, knock out this scouting, and get right into week 12. Suffered another loss. But hey, KZ or White bringing in AFC Defensive Player of the Week, 14 tackles, 2 interceptions. So, at least 3 Player of the Weeks. So can't really complain. Keenan Allen's back.
Ready to play.
There's this Herbert. As much as I want to start Herbert, can't. I can't pull the trigger for him to possibly get hurt once again. I mean, since he went down, the team has taken a crap for the most part, and I don't know why. Because Tyrod is not a bad backup. I mean, hell, real life, he started the year, and most likely he would have kept the starting job if it wasn't for the team doctors puncturing that lung, and then we'd never actually know what to think of Justin Herbert right now, real life. But big game here. 5-5 versus 6-4. And we find a way to lose it. Good thing though, here week 13 against the Patriots, Justin Herbert is back. He is now coming in, after leaving the team with a plus, +3 game, was it? Something like that. Win to loss ratio. And now we're below 500. So, hopefully with him coming back, we'll be able to get back in that win column. And we finally win. Finally. Kenneth Murray, he'll be back next week. But hey, we are back. Wait, maybe Herbert didn't play last week. Now I'm curious. We just got the notification that he's back. So was he not there? Did Tyrod actually do something? All right. So either Tyrod finally got a win under his belt since coming in for the injured Herbert, or the Patriots just suck that bad. And we're able to capitalize. Take a look here, playoff picture. We're not in it. Sitting 500. Second in the division, which we all knew it was going to be a hard division with the Chiefs. The emergence of the Raiders. So really it comes down, these last 4 games are going to be huge for the team to possibly make a playoff push to at least get wild card. All right, another win and another defensive player of the week. Chris Harris, 6 tackles, 2 interceptions. That's 4 now. We can't really hate on it. We got a Thursday night game here over against the divisional opponent Raiders. Get that preparation, guys. Need all we can. We got to get this push. Get that extra 300 experience points. Kenneth Murray's back. Team's getting healthy. Getting healthy at the right time as well. So, should be a winnable game. Should bump us up to 8-6. I think the biggest thing that might save us there, week 17, if we're able to win 15-16, week 17, the Chiefs most likely will be resting their starters. All right. So we lost 21-14. Sim out the rest of the season. Get that win. 8-7 versus 10-5. We lose. Don't make the playoffs. But hey, Anthony Lean got extended. Got a bunch of upgrades here to do. So, yeah, a lot. Majority of the guys that we needed there already scheme fit. That'll help boost everything. Take a look at the playoff bracket. The Chiefs, number 1 seed. Browns, 2, Colts, Bills, Steelers, Bengals, Texans finish out the AFC. Then in the NFC, you got the Bucks, Seahawks, Giants, Bears, Niners, Saints. All right. So might as well just, I would say, jump to the Super Bowl, but we want to go and we want to actually see if we had any guys make the Pro Bowl. If we got anybody that actually makes the Pro Bowl, that would be huge. Okay. Don't know how this works, but chilling guide and somehow. Okay. Way to go, Madden. Haven't played a game in a couple weeks and we got a breakout scenario. So, taking a look. Keenan Allen, even out. Wide receiver 3. Joey Bosa coming in there, left end 2 behind JJ Watt. Chris Harris there, cornerback 4. Nasir Adderley. Wow. Talk about one hell of a season for him. Coming in as a backup, getting bumped up to the starting position, going up a dev trait, having the opportunity to go up to a superstar in season, and then making the Pro Bowl. So we had a few guys there, as you got the Bills and the Saints in the Super Bowl. Taking a look here at stats, finished up 8-8. We were the number 26 offense and the 6th defense. So can't really beat that. Herbert was injured, 2,700 yards, 26-5. He had a phenomenal year before that injury. Then Tyrod coming in threw for 13, 10-4 rushing. Justin Jackson led the way. Sorry, Balaj, but you're not getting that new contract. I get it. Running back by committee, but still, he didn't even break 400 yards. Receiving wise, Keenan Allen, even out, almost 1,211. Guyton, producing nicely there in the slot. Mike Williams and Hunter Henry, having a pretty solid years. I guess Balaj contributed more in the receiving game than the running, but still, save our money. We can draft. Chris Harris led the way, 93 tackles, 5 TFLs, 2 interceptions. Sack wise, Melvin Ingram 9.5, Joey Bosa 9, Linville Joseph at 4, Nwosu coming as backup with 2.5. Interception wise, pretty spread out. What I'd like to see. Nasir Adderley with 4, Kaiser White, Chris Harris, Hayward, and Mike Davis all with 2, and then the linebackers even contributed. So, not bad. Did I see it correctly that Keenan Allen was your number 1 receiver? And he is. First in receiving yards, even out majority of the year. So I'll go through, finish up this last bit of scouting. We'll jump in the offseason, see if there's anybody out there that can make a big impact to the team. All right, so I checked out retirements. We only had one for us. Not a big deal. Damian Square finally retired 8 years. Real short stint in the NFL. We got some money. Got to see if it's worth um really spending. Okay, so there's one definitely. Try to bring in Shaquille Griffin. We we need a backup quarterback, but we don't. Uh, Running back wise, we'll have Eckler back, so we're good there. Receiver, we're pretty solid there at receiver as well. Good at tight end. Left tackle could be improved on. If there's anybody young, 2 years older for Dev trait. So I mean, really, it's just kind of looking see if there's anybody that we can really uh use to improve the team. A lot of this is just going to be more depth. Melvin Ingram, there, top right end, but we got Nwosu, a lot younger. I'm good with it. Did we try to bring it? What's our right outside back? All right. I mean, Hassam Reddick wants a lot more over 3 years compared. Maybe we can bring in uh the Griffin brothers. Could always look at if we want to run with Tranquil, keep him left outside backer, or move Kazir White up, which would, in my opinion, would probably be the better option. Uh, you can look at in the draft for them, middle linebackers, corners. We already made our big. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna throw some bids out there, try to get in the Griffin brothers. Even if we land
All
one,
combine
great.
stats, such as the 40-yard
And we got
dash,
them
are
both.
now available in scouting.
All right, fantastic. All right, so we got the 14th pick of the draft. Uh, a lot that we can look at. This is only a few people that I added to the board. Uh, we can really just look at scouted in general. Um, then look at bringing in another receiver, add to that defense. Played, fantastic for us. Or really, look at building our offensive line. A few places that I know we need. Uh, Bringing in the Griffin brothers kind of changed up what my initial thoughts were on the draft. But as you said, we got all of our draft picks, and really we're in the middle of each round. So that's gonna do it for me here. So really wanted to get this rebuild in for my man Fogtown. Big Chargers fan. I always drop memes for him just because the Chargers suck and find a way to blow all but every game. But if you're looking to check out some of his videos here on YouTube, he is on Twitch. I'll throw his link down in the description as well. But under the feature supporters here on the channel, it has his um YouTube as well. So go over there, check him out. Check him out on Twitch. Drop him those follows. But till next time, Billy's out.